Hey, that's another thing. Learn how to dance too. Last week, there's a table full of 5 girls. Which one do you holler at? Wonder what he driving. Oh, I saw him pull up, girl. He driving a Corvette. Something. Never be afraid to ask anybody something, because what's the worst they can say? No. Okay, if she say no, it's not personal. This chick don't know you. Chicks done brothers wrong. When I say brothers, I mean guys. Okay, you all my travel brothers, black, white. I don't care about color, but I get why you guys are going, because you just fed up with it here. But okay, guys, in this video, I want to discuss why guys go to Colombia. Let's jump into it. Follow along.
Hey, you watching, man? Right now, you're watching DC Born Rob on YouTube.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. You're watching DC Born Rob Racing Borders. I'm DC Rob. This is going to be a quick one. This is just a conversation that I wanted to have with you personally, between me and you. The thing is, a lot of guys know that you communicate with me offline, either via in the chats, via email, via WhatsApp after we've spoken or communicated in email. And I have a relatively good understanding of why guys go to Colombian, why they go to Medellin, why they go to Cartagena, and in some cases risk their lives to go. And obviously, we all know why the masses go, not all. There is no one thing all one way. So the masses is what I'm talking about right now. Why do the masses of men go? Not the women. Women go to Cartagena and they go to party and it's a beach town, blah, blah, blah. But guys go, simply put, for the women. Now, this is one thing I didn't know on my first visit to Colombia. I visited for business about 8 or 9 years ago and fell in love with the city. It was around this time of year, right before Christmas. School was out, and there was a school celebration around Parque Lleras. Until this day, I still haven't seen another area like Parque Lleras. Just tropical, beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful women, cleanly dressed people. You know what I mean? Nothing flashy, but guys go. You got to go clean. You got to smell clean. You got to look good. You got to smell good. You got to brush your teeth. You got to do the basic hygiene things that you would figure is common sense. You don't need to flash. You don't need to wear jewelry. There's no need for that. And as a matter of fact, just obviously while I'm talking, I have to say don't wear jewelry in Colombia. It's just don't wear jewelry in Colombia. It's almost taunting those who are desperate. Remember, they shut this country down for 2 complete years. Go back and look at my videos all throughout COVID. I mean, it had us all acting crazy. And then once they finally opened it back up and the masses started coming more and more, then, the tourists became targets. Now, 2 separate things, expats and tourists. Tourists are short timers coming for the weekend, coming for the week, maybe even a couple of weeks. Expats live there. Expats are normally the ones, just so you know, and we've had this communication and this conversation in the comment sections, the expats really don't have any issues, okay? They don't run into those issues. They're set, they're known, their neighbors know who they are. They know how to get to the grocery store, do their shopping. The people at the grocery store know them. The people at the corner store know them. The people in the neighborhood know them just from being seen. Most of them speak some Spanish. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Not all of them speak Spanish, and not all of them are fluent, of course. But those that live there, obviously, they put in a little bit more work. Whether they're former military or whatnot, they put in a little more work. They said, I'm going to settle down here. I need to learn the language. How am I going to communicate with people if I can't speak the language? How many people here in the United States say, you come to this country, speak English, speak English, speak English, and you can't communicate with them? Well, it can save your life, by the way. So those are just, let me repeat this on top of wearing no jewelry. There's 3 things you need to learn before you go to Colombia. Who knows what it is? Learn Spanish, learn Spanish, learn Spanish. But back to why guys go. Again, when I went 9 years ago, they were celebrating. Hopefully I can find some footage here. They were spraying foam. They were riding around on 4-wheelers. And there was no nightlife like it is now. Let's put it that way. And even when I first moved there, I didn't know that the girls sitting on the corner, and I used to go to that corner where it says the licorice or whatever it is right now. It was called something else pre-COVID. And I would go over to a dance free on Calle de Sur. I take my dance class at 6. I'm out by 7. I'm over there having me a double of absolute, eating the popcorn. Anybody remember the popcorn at that corner spot? And I would just sit there and watch. And I would think, hey, it's a group of good looking girls. I never thought that they were for hire. Well, I figured it out a little bit later that, okay, this is why they're hanging out on the corner in groups. But, my understanding, and again, I communicate with you guys all the time. I used to hang out at Sweet Georgia Cafe, and I would hang out at the one in Laureles. Now there's Poblado. And even still, whenever I go, obviously, that's the first place I go. I may get a haircut first. If I couldn't get a cut before I left, I'm going to go up to King's Barber, off of Calle Diaz Norte, the regular Calle Diaz, the main one. It's about 2 or 3 blocks. I always get that question. Where do I get my haircut? 3 blocks north of 43rd of Parque Poblado, which is 10th and 43rd. Anyway, so I realize why guys are actually going. Now, people always ask me, do I recommend going? Do I recommend not going? Probably about a year or two, I just stopped recommending going. I'm not saying go or don't go. I just recognize guys are going to go regardless. And again, I communicate with you. You know who you are that I communicate with. I hear some of the stories, and most of you guys already know the ones I communicate with know that I can keep secrets. I keep things to myself. I don't speak about it here unless you let me say your name or something. But some want me to tell the story but don't want to say their name. But there are some guys that are having luck visiting, and most of those speak a little Spanish, of course, because you have to be able to approach women. The main reason I wanted to do this video is, number one, I recognize guys are going to go regardless. So it doesn't matter what I say or any of the YouTubers say or anybody say, the tourism board, oh, welcome, go, don't go. I mean, guys are going to go. Let's face it, and I get the main reason you know about Medellin, Colombia, anyway, in Cartagena, and the girls down there is from those videos. The guys walking around, hidden cam or not, they're walking around, they're showing the girls. The girls are beautiful. They're showing the butts. The guys, like I said, they get amped up and they book them a ticket. They do a little research on YouTube, whether they see my channel or not, I don't know. But I know that I am doing some good because I do get the comments from you guys. So thank you so much for passing it on that, yeah, you have been listening to me for a couple of years and you know how to keep your head on a swivel and just the basics, no jewelry and just the same stuff over and over again I've been saying for over 5 years. I have about 1,000 videos now, probably about 900 of them are focused on Colombia and Medellin. But again, back to the main reason I wanted to do this is I realize guys are going to go anyway. And the number one reason guys go is for the girls. And I guess the reason that they go for the girls is that they're tired of the girls here. They ain't having no luck here. I feel your pain. Some of them here they will stress you out. Life is not easy here dating for men, black, white, Asian, anybody. We have to deal with aggressive women, and I'm trying to watch what I'm saying because I do have ladies that watch this channel also, very minimal, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but there are some aggressive women that try to take on the role of a man and just attitude in general. And some guys, they're just tired of it. A lot of guys, and I've spoken to you and you know who you are. I've spoken to you at Sweet George Cafe. I've spoken to you sitting at the bar, just walking around the park. And again, in the chats and an email and on WhatsApp. And I know the reason you're going is because the girls up here stressed you out. You got a broken heart. I'm one of them. That's not why I go down anymore, but really never did. But because I was dating the whole time, really. But I get why guys, you run into that issue here where you got to deal with some woman and just put you through some pain. In short. They put you through some pain in some sort of way. And somebody right now is dealing with it. Somebody's got to go home. Guys, let me ask you this question. I want to hear this answer in the comments. Anybody go home to live with a girl and sit outside in your car for an extra 5 or 10 minutes, dreading going inside because you know what's inside waiting on you? I mean, any of you guys like that? I want to hear an answer to that specific question. Those are the guys that once they finally break up, and some maybe even before they break up, they just roll out. and they're looking for that companionship. And I think that's why a lot of guys get hemmed up down there with the druggings, because they're looking for that girlfriend feeling and not just the in and out. You know what I mean? Not just the act itself. They're looking for the company and the companionship of a nice, friendly, sweet woman, whether they go, oh, puppy or whatever. You know what I mean? They make you feel like a man. And you're not getting that here. I get that. But I also want to say, I think there's still some good ones here. It may be 1 out of 100. I don't know what the odds are, 10 out of 100. But being a salesperson, which I am, I take rejection for a living. So it ain't no thing for me to walk up to a girl and get rejected. I mean, hey, 9 times out of 10, I may get rejected. That just means she ain't the right one. But and I also want to tell you guys, don't take that personal. You know, when somebody blow their horn at you in the car, same thing. Don't take it personal. They don't know you. That girl don't know you. She don't know you a good guy. She don't know you a protector. She don't know you a provider. She don't know that you're a good loyal guy. She doesn't know that. So don't take that personal when a girl offers some rejection. It's going to happen. You know, I went to a new spot that I just found out. Go figure. I heard about it from Rob from Sweet Georgia Cafe when he was here last time, because he visits here. That I didn't even know about this spot, but I went last week, a week ago, because I was out of town last week. But and I partied, man, and I heard live reggae. I had a blast. But I noticed there was like 20 girls. I don't know about all night, because I had a couple. But 20 girls, and it was like 5 guys. And there was a hostess trying to hook people up and whatever. And it was a birthday girl, and she was dancing, and there was no guys dancing with her. So there you go. I'm dancing. So I danced all night. And with 2 and 3 and 4 girls at some point, you know, because hey, that's another thing. Learn how to dance too. Because if you can't dance, that's a problem. If you can't dance, and if you go there and you can't dance, you can't salsa. Learn how to salsa, bachata, one or the other. But here, just freestyle dancing. You just be able to approach these women, because they're not going to approach you most of the time. You know, a girl can give you the look. But then sometimes, guys, we don't know, because there may be, and I talked to my mom about this last week, you know, there's a table full of 5 girls. Which one do you holler at? And then, you know, they all sizing you up. Look at him. He got this, and his left ear bigger than his right ear. Look, he broke down. He ain't got a watch on. You know how girls do here in the United States. You know, wonder what he driving. Oh, I saw him pull up, girl. He driving a Corvette. You know, we got to deal with that as men, and we got to deal with that rejection. But that's just part of dating. I mean, it is what it is. From the age of 14, 15 on up, I recognize that. And one of the best things my mom ever taught me is, when asking somebody something, and never be afraid to ask anybody something, because what's the worst they can say? No. Okay, if she say no, it's not personal. This chick don't know you. It's not personal. When you say no, and there's going to be some that you're going to say no, you may be on a dating app and you go no. There's nothing personal against that girl. You don't know her, and vice versa. So if it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. Just you keep working at it until you find the right one. I'm still single a year later, you know, because I'm picky, and I know somebody's got to be able to keep up with me eating right and gym time. And, you know, I'm asking for a lot, and be able to travel and get away from time to time and be able to travel with me. That's some of the benefits. But, you know, so I'm asking for a lot. What are you asking for? Do you really have to leave the country? There's a question for you, too. Or did you answer this question, too, in the comments? Or you just fed up and done? Because I know a lot of you guys are just done. You had enough. I've heard the stories, man. I've heard some stories sitting in Sweet Georgia Cafe, and you guys know who you are if you're still watching me. Chicks done brothers wrong. When I say brothers, I mean guys. Okay, you all my travel brothers, black, white. I don't care about color. You know what you had to go through, and I've heard those stories, man. And some of them, man, I thought I had it bad, and I did. But I mean, it's all relative, really. When I think about it now, it wasn't that bad. But you know, yeah, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. But I've heard some stories, man, where it's heartbreaking. Some girls done some guys wrong. So I get why you going, but I just want to say, and the reason I wanted to do this video ultimately is 2 things. One thing to say is, I think there's still a few good ones here. It's just work. It's going to be work when you go there too, because first you can't communicate with them if you don't speak Spanish. So the struggle is real. If you're looking for a good girl, and there are some guys looking for good girls there, they're going there. They want that feminine woman. They want that ideal dream. And I hear the story, so I know what you're looking for. Hell, I want it too. I want that woman, a female, to let you take lead. But I get why you guys are going, because you just fed up with it here. But going there for other things, spending money just makes it easy. I know you're spending money here too. And it's kind of hidden here, like, you paying for dinner, you paying for this. And it's like you're not really paying for it directly, but you're paying for it probably more. Yeah, more. But I know it's easier just to go down there and do your thing and come back. But to find a good girl down there is going to be more difficult, because it's not a hookup culture. You're just not going to go out to a club and meet a girl and y'all start dating. It just ain't going to happen. I mean, well, can it happen? Yeah, anything can happen. But odds are slim and none, because it's not a hookup culture. They go out in groups, girls and guys. You need to be introduced. Like the last time I went, and I told my dentist, I said, yeah, man, broke up. He's like, hey, got to hook you up. Hook me up. That's what it takes. It takes somebody there that knows somebody that's got a cousin, a brother, that groups and they mingle and they hook you up. And that's how it happens. But it's not easy. I know I'm rambling all over the place. But again, I wanted to get that one thing out, that there's still some here. It's just going to take some work to find that right one. And don't be in a rush. You can't push a rope. If it ain't time, it ain't time. Everything is about timing. She'll be there right on time when she's supposed to. And then also, don't be shy. Don't take this stuff personal. Rejection is rejection, whether they sizing you up and, they may be talking about you at a table or whatever. I could care less. I smile. That's all I do. Women love a smile, I can tell you that. If you sit there mean mugging, trying to look tough, I smile, because when I go out, I'm happy. Why the hell I'm going to leave the house if I ain't happy, if I ain't got that extra energy? And now I got all this energy. I'm out smiling all the time. Yeah, I go out of my way to smile. I force myself to smile on probably 25% of my videos over the years. Now it's just natural. But over the what, 900,000 videos I've done, there's been some times where I got to sit here, man, and this is work. You may not think it's work. Today it's easier because I don't have a script. I'm not reading anything. I'm not copying anything. I'll remove the background. There's a couple steps I got to do, but that's a piece of cake. That's nothing. But, I may sit, it may take 4 hours, 5 hours to do one of the news videos. You don't see that part. So when I sit down, I may not be smiling. This and that and all this stuff's got to work together. And then next thing you know, I may do a whole video and then find out there's a white dot on my face or a big piece of lint on my head. It's all different type of things. I don't even care what I look like no more. I am what I am. But in the beginning, I cared. But now what you see is what you get. But again, there may be some good ones still here. That's one thing. And guys, don't take it personal. Rejection is part of life. I get rejected. That's what I do for a living. And as they say, no, there's a rule of 10, 1 out of that 10, I'm going to get, in sales. Would you like to buy? Nope. 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 Would you like to buy? Yes. There's a sale. It only took me 10 times. So guess what? If I want 10 sales, I need to ask 100 times. It's math. It's as easy as that. It's math. Just ask. You never know. And you never know here in the States who you're going to walk up on. She may have had a rough day and she at the bar, she's not smiling. Maybe it takes you coming up, cheering her up, But if she ain't feeling it, move on. She don't know you. She don't know you a good guy. She don't know you got money. She don't know you affluent. She don't know that you are funny. She don't know that, that you're well off. She don't know that you are, a protective. She doesn't know that you have kids that you take care of. She doesn't know all this stuff. So she may conjure in her mind something, and she got an attitude. A lot of chicks do here. But I tend to stay away from them. If I see somebody got an attitude on their face, then that ain't even the one I want to bother with. But if you see 10 out of 100 that are cute or whatever and give you the eye, go and talk to them. I'm going to tell you, when I was 14, I used to see some girls. 14, I remember this. I was in junior high school and I see girls and I would kick myself. I'd be so mad at myself for not talking to that girl because I blew it. All I do is talk to her. And that girls tell me later, oh, I want you to ask me to the prom or something like that. And it's like, all I do is ask. Now, man, what I got to lose? I learned a long time ago, guess what? It don't cost nothing. It don't cost nothing. And I'm always thinking about how much something costs. So it don't cost nothing to ask them, would you like to dance? Same thing with dancing. Same odds. Like to dance? Nope. Would you like to dance? Nope, my feet hurt. Would you like, this is for me back in the past. Would you like to dance? Nope, my feet hurt. Would you like to dance? Nope, I'm tired. Would you like to dance? Nah, not right now. Until you get up and dance and they see you can dance now all of a sudden and you dance with a good looking girl. Now they all want you. When it comes to dancing, I don't really care what they look like. I just want to dance. It ain't nothing personal any way you look at it. But again, I wanted to address those two issues. Again, they may be still some good ones here. It's just work. Okay, just remember that. And rejection is part of life. Suck it up. I mean, it is what it is. They say no. Okay. that just means you hit that one. Next one say nope. You go, okay, you on your way to that, whatever that number is. Could be 1 out of 5. Maybe your success rate is 1 out of 5. Try it one night. Go out and just ask to dance. Just simple. Would you like to dance? No. Would you like to dance? No. Would you like to dance? Yes. That's you 33%. Find out what your percentage is. I know what mine is at work. I know what mine is when I do my presentation. I'm 80% when I do my presentation. The key is getting the presentation, getting the time. But I know what that is. And so it makes it easy. I got 2 customers, 2 types of customers. Those that buy from me now, those that buy from me in the future. Guess what? Dating can be the same. Those that want to date me now, those that want to date me later. Maybe they're with somebody. Maybe they're going through drama. Who knows? But you got to deal with the group of girls. You may want the one that don't want you. When you think about it, it's a game, and it can be fun. Don't take it so personal, man. Rejection is just, it ain't personal. They don't know you. That's how I stay out of accidents and fights now, because these people don't know me. And I can't take it personal. Somebody, when you get startled, you get tendency to go, that's how road rage happens, because you get startled. What? Next thing you know, man, I used to battle in D.C., get out the car. My mom was in the car. I used to act stupid. But it's because somebody startled you, and then all of a sudden you breaking bad. But you don't have to. But those people don't know you. They having a bad day. Now just smile at them and just keep on going. Focus and think about something else, man. I got YouTube on in the car. I'm watching videos and listening to something else. Anyway, but I just want to talk to you guys one-on-one this evening. Remember, don't wear jewelry to Colombia. And again, condolences to the gentleman who passed away a few days ago in Cartagena, Colombia. He's obviously has a lot of friends that reached out and commented. If you read the comment section, and his son reached out yesterday and commented. So again, condolences and good vibes to them. And for anybody else who are traveling and run into this. And for those who ask me still, man, people get murdered in the U.S. I know people get murdered here in Houston. But I don't go in those areas where they're doing the murdering. You know what I mean? And please just don't ask me why don't I talk about the people here, because that's not what I do. I vlog on Colombia. I've heard other people say this too. I vlog on Colombia. Why would I vlog on that? Why would I vlog on ice cream? It don't make any sense. Why would I vlog about chickens? Because that's not what I vlog about. Why did I get it was chicken? It's totally got nothing to do with what I vlog about right here. My goal here is the reason I continue on with this is, and most of you know, is because I just found this niche. And I started this 5 years ago, and I continued on because I realized that guys are going to go regardless. And I just want to keep you guys safe. I want to encourage you to travel, number one, because travel is my life, and just to explore and enjoy other cultures. It's been totally amazing, man. And that's one thing my ex and I did do, or I did with her, was see the world. I've been to a lot of countries, and mostly because of her, because I can't be angry at her. which I'm not angry anyway. I mean, it is what it is. It was what it was. And now that rejection, I just got to take and suck it up again. That's just part of it. But I did get a lot of good. If you recognize you did get something good out of your relationship, even if it may be bad right now, and you may still be in it right now. If you stop and sit back, you got something out of it. Something good came out of it. So be friends, if nothing else, and just take it for what it is. It's a loss. Take the L and keep on moving, looking for the right one. But again, I do this because I want you to travel, number one. And then number two, I want you to travel safely. So there you go. I'll end on that. Travel, but travel safe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant day.
Thanks for hitting like. You did the right thing by hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. DC Born Rob.
Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below.